What do you think the secret to confidence is?
Positivity.
Positivity? You said every T. That was... You reminded me. You reminded me how many T's were in that word. I was like, oh, I know I have low self-esteem because I'm just skipping letters. Positivity, okay. All right, Mary Poppins. Anyone else think they're really confident? Yeah? Yeah? What do you think the secret is? You can't say positivity.
Not giving a fuck what other people think.
Yeah.
Not giving a fuck what other people think. Yeah, 2 people are like, hell yeah. And everybody else is like, that's kind of my whole thing. Giving a fuck. I give every fuck. I give the fuck he doesn't give. I'm not one to waste a fuck, all right? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to anyone who asks. Can I get you a fuck? I have so many to give. That was less of a joke and more of a Dr. Seuss book. Have you ever had a joke come to you while having sex?
Yeah.
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 And it's hard because you gotta
Yeah.
make it to the end. That's the only times I've ever faked it because I was like, I gotta write this down.
Yeah.
This is gold.
Do you remember the joke?
No.
I remember one.
Yeah?
I remember one is that it was me and my wife. We were enjoying one another's company, and neither of us had showered. And I was like, this sex position when both people haven't showered should be called the greasy spoon.
Oh, that is good.
Not that good.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. No, I can't. The thing I'm working on the most is anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. Does anyone have anxiety? If you did this but also looked away from me. Like your hand agreed to participate and you're like, I did not. I don't know. It's okay. I'm not gonna. Don't worry. From one anxious bitch to another. Nothing bad is going to happen. Okay? I mean, no one can say that for sure, but you know what I mean. No, but seriously, if something bad does happen, we'll be prepared because we already thought of it. Although the worst shit that happens, usually stuff you didn't even think of once, right? It's almost like the universe is like, what'd you not think of? There it is. So you can never let your guard down anymore. Yeah. I think COVID was my fault, you guys. I can't prove it, but when everything shut down was. What's the first Bible story you think of when?
Jesus throwing the pigs off the cliff.
Jesus throwing the pigs off the cliff? That's someone who went to a Christian college right there. Remind me what happens in that one. Why did he do that?
Apparently the pigs were cursed or something.
Oh yeah, the pigs were demon pigs.
Yeah.
Shut up! If you didn't grow up in church, you don't get it! Sorry, so the demon pigs. They weren't just normal pigs, they had demons in them. He had to throw them off the cliff. You guys are dicks. Okay, the pigs are demons. And so he threw them? I don't remember God ever...
He drowns them somehow.
He drowns them somehow with water, probably. He drowned them. What were the demon pigs doing? Were they just fuck you, we're Satan? I'm just trying to remember how he knew the pigs were possessed.
Out with another person and into the...
Oh, yes, that's what happened! Yes! I knew it! And this is what youth group is. I am halfway through my 20s and I am done with this shit. Oh my God, I'm sick of my 20s. You have no intuition, no instincts. That's why you're thin in your 20s. You don't have a gut to listen to yet. There's no mystic bad feeling under your ribs going, hey, maybe don't date a DJ again. when I was younger and I was waiting, I would tell guys, I'm not ready to have sex yet. Is that okay? And anytime guys were really cool about that decision, that just made me want to have sex with them more. The hottest thing you can say to a girl is, hey, we don't have to do anything. Now we do. So I pretend I'm not ready to have sex with someone new yet, just to make sure they're a good person first. I call it the gobstopper test. I go, oh, I'm not ready, is that okay? He's like, totally fine, no worries at all. And I'm like, Charlie, you won! I saw in my Instagram DMs that somebody came here and missed their stepdaughter's labor for this. Your stepdaughter's in labor right now, and you're here? His daughter. No, I know what stepdaughter means. He's like, well, it's his daughter. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my tickets. Wait, okay, so it's your stepdaughter, your daughter is in labor right now? You right here?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh. I'm not the one you need to apologize to. Wow. Okay. Is it her first?
Yes.
That should not make me feel as good as it does. On the 3-hour drive from Wichita, I masturbated to the clouds while my husband drove. I hope to God that's not a joke. That's gorgeous. I love that.
Was there something about the clouds that you were like, yeah, you slutty little cumulus? Like, what? Why the? Your husband's right there, and you're like, nah, clouds. Like, what?
Can you drive
choice.
quietly? I'm kind of having a moment. That's gorgeous. I mean, I read that and I was like, I spend too much time on my phone. You know?
Get outside.
Yeah.
Get wet outside.
This is a great coming out story. I told my very homophobic hillbilly father I was queer, and he freaked and said some truly heinous shit. The day after, he took me on a drive deeper into the mountains than I've ever been. We stopped at a little farm, and I was convinced he was taking me to a conversion camp. Instead, he got me a goat as an apology.
That's wild.
Don't you wish your hateful dad would buy you a goat? Like, you're my kid, and now this is your kid. Well, my kid.
Unless he was like, I'd rather you fuck this goat than be gay.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was so gross.
No, I loved it. Has anyone gotten like a really crazy red flag lately? Moped? These are some picky bitches. Are you for real?
No car, no job.
No car, no job, only moped. Okay. His priorities are out of order. I'll give you that. I will give you that. No car, no job, but has a moped. That guy thinks he's Lizzie McGuire. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you're like, I don't need a job, I don't need a car. Why not? Like, that's nuts. Oh my God, if you don't get that reference, you did not come to see me on purpose. Jesus Christ. No, moped is bad without all the other stuff. You want the moped to be like the cherry on top. You want a guy to have a moped because he's like, I didn't know what to do with all this money. Not because he was like, I saved up everything for this moped. You guys tried to buy greeting cards for your family as adults? Can't do that anymore. Too much has happened. You are a father, this is a day, here is a card. Nailed it. Do you have any advice for These fucking amateurs in their first years of marriage, no pressure. You could save a life. Just say yes. That's a good husband right there. How about you, ma'am? I know, he just, like, I hate it when men do that. Don't you hate that? When they're like, just say yes. Nailed it. And then you have to say something real. Never go to bed mad. When the fuck do you sleep? Are you serious? Never go to bed mad. I wake up mad. I fall asleep mad every night. I fall asleep to the sound of my own rage like it's a white noise machine. Just like, never go to bed mad. Okay, magnet from a gas station. Thanks so much for your help. Worst thing about having kids is figuring out what's wrong with you at their therapy appointments.
Oh, shit.
That's honestly kind of why I'd like to have kids, because it feels like double therapy. It's like from a different angle you can see your shit.
Oh,
you know?
that's fun.
Because I feel like in my therapy sessions I'm getting the bird's eye view, but then I could also take like, a ground shot as well.
I love that. I love that idea. I feel like all of our therapists should meet our parents at some point.
Absolutely. Just so you can be like, fucking see?
I feel like we should make them fight each other.
This is my new dad. No, I don't have a male therapist. That'd be crazy.
I have a male therapist.
That's so insane that you have a male
I
therapist.
love my male therapist because everyone's always like, oh, your therapist will never tell you what to do. A man will. You want answers? Get a male therapist.
I do like that we have to specify male therapist. It's like when people say female comedian.
It's not worse, it's just different. I did have a funny moment with my therapist recently. He said to me, he's like, I think you have a lot of unprocessed feelings about your dad. And I was like, unprocessed things are much better for you, I'm told. He cracked a smile. I didn't get a laugh, but I'm working on it.
It's whole natural trauma with no artificial sweeteners.
Exactly. Straight from the source.
I started taking these edibles at night, these little chocolate-covered blueberries, because if I'm going to be a drug addict, I'm going to have a treat. And when I started taking them, I was so nervous about becoming a druggie that I would cut them in half and then just nibble on half until I got sleepy. Do you know how afraid of your own personality you have to be hunched over one blueberry? The smallest of the fruits, with a plastic knife from Taco Bell, just like, ooh, be careful. You don't want to be fun to hang out with. Guys my age, not that careful. I don't know if any of you have tried to get a 20-something dude from a dating app to wear a condom lately, but it's sort of like trying to convince a 5-year-old to put a jacket on over his Halloween costume. It's like, no, you're gonna ruin it. You can't even see it. And it just made me weird growing up in church in ways that I am still discovering. For example, I just found out that I masturbate wrong. I will back up. Okay, so when I was growing up in church, kids had youth group, and at youth group they were like, don't have sex, and we were like, for sure, for sure. And then they were like, don't even masturbate, and all the girls were like, okay, we didn't even know that we could. And all the boys were like, why? And the way they explained it to us was, our youth pastor told us, he goes, it's not the physical act of masturbating that's the sin, you guys, all right? It's not even the orgasm. In fact, if you have a wet dream, thank God for the freebie and have an awesome day. But what are you thinking about while you're doing that to yourself, guys? That's what the sin is. It's the lust in your heart. It's the impure thoughts in your head. That is what the sin is. So when I got to be an adult and I wanted to masturbate, I was like, well, if I just don't think about anything. could probably still go to heaven, right? Just like clear your mind, get in there, get it done. See you soon, Jesus, right? Touch nothing but the lamp. I got back into therapy. Anybody in therapy? Mostly women, that's the problem. It's very hard to stay in therapy. My old therapist told me that when I get close to people, I have a tendency to self-sabotage, and I thought that was bullshit, so I ghosted her. And then I finally went back because I finally dated enough people who all gave me the exact same feedback about my shitty personality. You know that romantic quota you hit where you're like, uh-oh, might be me. Oh, the reviews are in and they are unanimous. That's a bummer. So after a really bad breakup a few years ago, I finally took a long, hard look at myself and said, okay, Taylor, 5 out of 5 dudes all think that in fights, you behave like a raccoon trapped in a trash bag. So maybe it's time to get some Klonopin or a rabies shot. This one says, worst thing about having kids, your body and time are no longer yours. Also, our 2-year-old ate her own poop the other day.
There are dogs smarter than that.
Literally, though.
Would never kiss my kid again. If it ate its poop, nope.
Haven't you eaten ass?
Way to weaponize my sexuality, Taylor.
When you get there and you're like, is everything okay? Oh, was that a vacuum? That's so funny. That's hilarious. I was like, I've never been heckled by a vacuum. As a single childless woman, I don't appreciate it. In 10 minutes, I'm like, what is that noise? Is that someone washing dishes and baking pie? I hung out with some girls my own age last week, one of whom told me she's writing a memoir at 23. Yeah, I'm like, maybe start with a pamphlet. I don't know. Yeah, if you're writing a memoir in your 20s, you had better have been murdered. Like, unless you are murdered or you're that chick who got her arm bitten off by the shark and kept surfing, no memoir. You have to earn your autobiography. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to ask this, but is women with mental health issues considered a type? I certainly hope so. My DMs are open, London. I'm not even that like mentally ill anymore because I have all my stuff figured out now.
No, you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I used to be so creative and nuts, and now I'm just...
You're so creative. You're crazy. Ah. That's you. Crazy girl.
That's you. It's been a rough couple years. I got bangs at one point. Shit got dark. I didn't even want bangs. I just needed people to check on me. And it works, by the way. You post a selfie in bangs, everybody's like, fire emoji, you go, girl. Then they text you like, you okay? Here's what I did. I got bangs. And then 2 days later, I did mushrooms for the first time. And as soon as I did those mushrooms, I was like, I should have done these first. Probably wouldn't have gotten these bangs if I forgave myself, huh? But you know what? Having bangs feels exactly like being on mushrooms. The whole time you're just looking at your friends like, do I look weird? You guys would tell me if I looked weird, right? Is it bad different? Is it not good? You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. It's too late. It's already happening. Okay, no, I can be this person. I didn't know if it was going to work out with my boyfriend when we started seeing each other because he is completely fine. He is just good. I don't mean he's perfect. Like, he was in a frat in college. He's basically a rescue. Yeah, I turned his life and his hat around. Dude, I took my younger sister to see Book of Mormon recently. No. Have you tried to watch South Park with Gen Z? It's like watching a sex scene with your parents. You're like, oh my god, I forgot about this part. Shit. Oh God, I know I said it was fine. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the bathroom till it's over. Gen Z, I love Gen Z, I really do. But like, man, they are. I feel like Gen Z is a kid who just got a label maker for Christmas. And they're just running around the house going, narcissist, narcissist, narcissist. I love that you didn't just immediately fly off the handle when you saw her calling him. You were like, I'm gonna give this a sec. I'm gonna wait until he's clean. And so then he got out of the shower and like, you confronted him? Did you wait for him to get dressed or did you do it wisely? You waited for him to get, oh, I love how you said that. You were a stone cold bitch. I love it. She's like, oh, I waited. I took my time. I said, put your shoes on. You're gonna need them. Did he try to deny it, or was he like, okay, I'm sorry? He denied everything. To this day. Dude, men are crazy, right? You'll like catch them and shit, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, you're literally inside her right now. I can see you. And he's like, what, who this? I don't even know who this is. I love therapy, but therapists are doing some shady shit nowadays. Did you guys know that sessions aren't an hour anymore? They're 50 minutes. Yeah. Do you know why? Because you can't have a breakthrough in 50 minutes. You get real close and then, oops, time's up, bitch. Good luck over the weekend alone. The end of every therapy session now feels like I'm playing one of those claw machines at an arcade. Or like, oh, I got it, I finally got it, oh, so close. I'll come back next week with more money. I am fully medicated now. Anybody else? Antidepressants? Medication? Yeah. Nice. What are we on? Shout it out. Zoloft, Lexapro. Ooh. Man, look at us, gang's all here. Oh my God, I'm also on something. I would never say what, that's very personal, but no, I'm kidding, I'm on a few things. I am on Klonopin as needed for panic attacks. I'm so glad I have Klonopin now, because before I had medication for it, I would have panic attacks right when I had to be somewhere, which is the worst time to get them, because then you just have to pinch the panic attack off like a shit you don't have time to take. You know what I mean? When you're like, okay, I got 60% of that out of my system. I'm not done, but I gotta go to work. I will get to the other 40 later, or I'll finish in the big stall at lunch if no one's in there. A lot of hot people here in London, I gotta say. A lot of hot people. But, you know, I'm American, so are you hot or am I just looking for a way out? I will say, if you have a crush on an American entertainer, slide into those DMs. I'm just saying, things are bad. This is the one time in history Drew Barrymore might text you back. Like, I check my DMs every night. They're wide open, okay? Just put urgent visa. It's been interesting seeing what people laugh at over here as opposed to America, and it is always the jokes I like best. So once again, my DMs are open. You think I'm kidding? My social media manager texted me 2 days ago, and she goes, because she manages my socials, that's her job, and she goes, what are you telling people on stage? Because everyone's coming in real hot. And I was like, Janie, please don't ask questions, just screenshot them and send them to me. Do your job. It definitely took a few years. I think when I was younger, I had written some of those jokes that you referenced about losing my mom. I had written some of those in my early 20s, and I just didn't have the maturity as a performer to pull them off. I mean, audiences already kind of feel bad for you when you're that age. Like, they're a little impressed that you're public speaking as a young person. Like, public speaking as a young person is like being a dog that can skateboard. Everybody's like impressed, but they're like, why are you doing that? Why are you up there? It's like, is he good at it? He's like, not really, but he's a dog. He shouldn't be doing it at all. So yeah, it definitely took a few years to get to a place where I could make that work in front of audiences all over the country. So you just have to really like know who you are and really be okay with it. And older guys are just better. They're just better. You never have to ask them to buy Pepto-Bismol. They just have it in the house. They pull it out after dinner like a nightcap. Like, you want some pink juice, baby girl? You're like, yes, they would. Cheers. Older guys don't call you things like cute or hot. They call you things like stunning, gorgeous, shit with syllables. Things that would take a 20-something guy a little while to sound out. And older guys aren't like cute or hot either. You know, they're handsome, distinguished, like old pictures of your grandpa you shouldn't look at too long. You ever find one of those in an old dusty box? You're like, who is that? Oh, that's wrong. Okay. They're not your family in those pictures yet. They're just the past. It is a gray area. And I looked at my friends and I was like, for a random Tuesday.
Are you guys ready for your headliner this evening? Yeah, you guys know her from The Tonight Show and Conan in her Netflix special Quarter Life Crisis. Everybody make it loud for my friend Taylor Tomlinson!
He and I broke up because he cheated on me in my head, and I could not. Sorry, if you loved me, you wouldn't even do it up here. Like, you wouldn't even put yourself in that situation. How'd you find out they were cheating? He told you? What? Because he was gonna go be with that person, or because he felt so guilty? He just wanted to hurt you. Oh my God. We're gonna talk later. We're gonna, like, we'll go, I don't know what's open. We'll go down to the beach, we'll just walk into the water. I don't know. Who else has been cheated on, like a normal way? Not by a sociopath who's like, I've slept with someone to hurt you. How did you do that? They say you date people who are like your parents, but it's never your parents' good qualities, is it? I've never dated a guy who could sing. I've dated 3 that forgot my birthday, okay? Has anyone had a really rough red flag they've seen on a dating app recently?
I'm a convicted murderer.
Convicted murderer? Did any part of your brain go, we could probably get past this? For a second, right? Did you ghost him, or were you just like, you know, thank you for being honest, but I don't think a convicted murderer is for me. That's on my deal breakers list. Sorry.
I didn't ghost him.
You didn't ghost him. I mean, you can't, right? You gotta let that one down easy. What do you even say? Like,
I just said we don't have a lot in common.
we don't have a lot in common? It'll never work, you know? You're a Sagittarius and you like killed an actual guy, and I've never done that, so you like camping and murder, and I'm just not into those things. I had a list when I was 8. I tell you guys that because no one told me. They pulled me aside a year later at school. Someone's like, Taylor, your teacher thinks you might be struggling with a speech impediment. I'm like, what's a speech impediment? Are you sure you have the right person? Because I'm crushing it out there. And they're like, you didn't do anything wrong. You pronounce your words a little differently. Like, you say sh instead of s for your S's. Does that make sense? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed if I said sh instead of sh. Hope you find who you're looking for. If you have any follow-up questions, I'll be on the seesaw. And I'm trying to be... Sorry, if you love me, you wouldn't even do it up here. Like, you wouldn't even put yourself in that situation. What's the last, like, horrible red flag you saw?
Oh, it's just all the shirtless pics.
All the shirtless pics? Because they look bad, or because you're like, I don't want anybody that confident? All of it. That's a real thing. Oh my God, if someone was too hot, I would get rid of them immediately. I was like, I'm not trying to, you look like you're gonna try to go to the gym with me. I never understand when guys try to work out with you. I'm like, if I wanted to feel sweaty and self-conscious in front of you, I would just have sex with you. What's the last biggest red flag you saw on Hinge? He brought his mom on the date? Okay, wait. Where was the date? Was it Color Me Mine? Because if it was Color Me Mine, you were asking for that. Where was the date? It was at the beach? He brought like his whole family. When you showed up, was his whole family there? Oh, he called in reinforcements once you got there. What do you think is worse? Someone, as soon as they see you on the date, just leaving, or calling their entire family and turning it into a barbecue? Which would hurt your feelings more? Was he hot? He was hot. You know what's funny though? Hot people always do the weirdest shit. Because nobody sat them down and been like, I know you're hot, but there are still rules. My friend's life has been until recently when I found out he's never had sex in a car before. Yeah, now we're back on Team Taylor. I'm like, never? He's like, no, but I'm down. I'm like, we're not brainstorming. Like, we have a home. Like, do you want to have sex in a car? He's like, I mean, sure, that sounds kind of hot. And I was like, oh, hop in, Speed Racer, let's kill a dream. Because anybody who's had car sex knows what I know, that car sex is for children or criminals. It is for people outside the law with nowhere to go. If you've never had sex in a car before, that means you've always had a place to bone. That is the epitome of privilege, and I don't care to know you. If your ribs have never been bruised by a center console, we have nothing to say to each other. This person said, funniest hill to die on, for me, there is no freaking way Helen Keller did everything they claim she did. Are you serious?
You're sick. You're sick and you need help.
That's the fake news you're worried about? Does Helen Keller make you feel that bad about your own productivity?
She kind of does, though. I've got all my senses. Nobody's writing about me. You know what I mean? It's kind of impressive.
That was a crazy one.
I live in awe of whoever this sick freak is. Wherever you are, know that I'm going to think about you for the rest of my life.
I'm not even going to read the other ones. What's the fucking point?
No.
No one's going to beat Helen Keller was a fraud. I've been single for the last... You're 23, I'm 29, so I do basically the same. Yeah, thank you so much. Sometimes Gen Z is nice. Like, it's basically the same, don't worry. Do you date men? Yes. Okay, here's a little tip. Never tell your partner anything about your relationship with your parents, because they will use it in fights. You'll be in a fight and they'll be like, I'm not your dad, Taylor. And I'm like, yeah, I know, my dad had a real job and said I love you right away. Like the day he met me. Didn't have to think about it at all. I just don't want to be somebody who has kids before I'm ready to have them. I have a friend who told me in the next year she either wants to get a dog or have a baby. I'm like, if you think those are the same thing, you are not ready for either one. A dog or a baby? That's like saying, yeah, I'm either gonna get a skateboard or my pilot's license. It's whatever I have time for. It is insane to me how easy it is to have and keep a baby. Like, if you get your appendix removed, they won't let you take it home. But if you have a baby, they're just like, here, you drop this. And you know there are days at the hospital, nurses look at each other like, are we gonna let this happen? They both have neck tattoos. One says fuck, one says babies. Either way they stand, it's bad news. Really? This is fine. This is fine with you. What were you gonna name her? Big Red after your truck. Yeah, we gotta do something. If you want to adopt a kid, you have to jump through so many hoops, but if you just have one, they're like, that's yours forever. No questions asked? That's insane. There's no exit interview on the way out of the hospital to make sure you're okay. Just like, hey, before we hand you a baby forever, can you put this metal bowl in the microwave for me? some of us not clapping, I encourage you to go home and try that. Nobody tell them. Have you guys seen when they have like two actors, a younger actor and an older actor, on a talk show at the same time, and they do the thing where they go, you know, so-and-so had your poster on his wall growing up. Have you seen him doing that? Yeah. That is so fucked up. Like, why are you putting Daniel Radcliffe on blast like that? Like, heard you had Drew Barrymore's poster on your wall. Heard you used to jack it to Cameron Diaz. And he's like, I'm just here to promote my film. And they're like, yeah, but how crusty was that poster though? I did not until I was a grown woman. I was that afraid of going to hell, all right? Yeah, I had my first with my college boyfriend. Do you know how embarrassing that is to get your first from another person? That's like having a realtor show you your own house. They're like, and over here we have a second bathroom. You're like, a second bathroom? Like, you've been here for 19 years. You never went poking around on your own? You're like, I did once, but I thought Jesus would get mad. So, yeah, I don't actually own this place. I'm just renting it from the guy upstairs. And if I flood the basement, I do not get my security deposit back. So, is there anything else I should see while you're here? She's like, yeah, let me show you the doorbell. I'm like, oh, is the doorbell even important? She's like, the doorbell is the only thing that matters. Nobody comes inside without touching the doorbell. Oh, but I did touch it. You didn't use enough pressure. It didn't light up. A nickel is a coin in America.
We have nickels. All day it's like this.
Wait, no, do you really?
Do you really have nickels?
You guys have like loonies and
Listen to me.
toonies? I'm sorry.
Listen to me when I say
sorry.
this to you. Taylor brought a plug converter.
Okay, I knew that.
I threw it in at the last minute because I had room. And I didn't have time. I was literally on my way out the door and I was like, I'm pretty sure I won't need this, but I didn't want to look stupid.
Every time I talk to Americans, they're like, yeah, that was on the radio. Oh, do you guys have radio? And I'm like, not yet, but we're hoping to get it real soon. We're a real country.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
We're sorry about the nickel thing.
It's pronounced sorry.
We're sorry about the nickel. I'm sorry about the nickel thing.
Toronto.
I'm so glad I know that I'm bipolar now. I mean, I have the right meds. I got a mood ring. I'm handling it. But when I first found out, it was a very tough pill to swallow, and I've swallowed a lot of pills. Because when you first find out something like that, you're like, oh man, am I gonna tell anybody? Should I tell anybody? And if I do tell people, am I hot and or talented enough to be an inspiration? Like, if I have a thing and someone else has that thing and they find out I have it too, are they gonna feel good or bad with that information? Because when I got diagnosed, they started listing names. They were like, you know who else is bipolar? Selena Gomez. And I was like, that does make me feel better. She is very pretty. Okay, I'll be my... Somebody texted in and said, our usher told my wife that the gay stuff is not funny.
Oh, no. Usher, you can't do that.
That's so funny.
That's very unprofessional.
It's so funny to do it before the show. That usher is like that app that tells you when to pee during the movie. It's like, hey, enjoy the show. When you gotta tinkle, the gay stuff is not funny. Oh, that's so funny.
Also,
the usher is my dad.
Yeah.
This person said, I saw the ghost of my sister's dead cat once. She let me hold her one last time. We think that's cute?
Also, only a dead cat would let you hold it. You know what I mean? Like, Pet Cemetery, what person would you maybe bring back to life, if you could?
What person would I bring back to
Or
life?
animal, I
I mean, you
guess.
talked about my dead mom for like 20 minutes.
Would you?
Wouldn't it be crazy if I was like, my mom died, and then you're like, who'd you bring back? And I'm like, oof, I don't know, like, Michael Jackson? Like, what if I was like, can you imagine? That's a nice thing about that's the only good thing about having a dead parent, is that when people at a party are like, who would you have dinner with, living or dead? You can just be like, my mother, and then everyone's like, okay. It kind of like ends the game. Anyway, do you have someone?
Yeah, probably my Nana, because she was like really sweet. Or the bisexual drug dealer I used to hook up with in college.
Two people wearing Santa hats, which is very tone deaf. Do you know what year it is? Christmas is canceled. Last Christmas was the last one. I hope you enjoyed it. Did anyone else get feedback, consistent feedback from people? Yeah, what'd you get?
I don't know how to comfort.
You don't know how to comfort. Oh, that's a big one. Did you get that from him? He told you that? He told you don't know how to comfort? She's learning. You said that like somebody who had a dog or something who was like, I'm like, oh, is he still shitting on the couch? Like, she's learning. She's learning. You have trouble like empathizing? Is that the problem?
Someone told me his mom has diabetes, and I'm like, so.
Someone told you that their mom had diabetes, and you were like, so where do you want to go eat? That's what you said? The only thing you could have said that was worse is, do you feel like dessert? Dessert just sounds really good right now. I don't know. So I still do this as a sexually active adult. I pretend I'm not ready to have sex with someone new yet, just to make sure they're a good person first. I call it the gobstopper test. I go, oh, I'm not ready. Is that okay? He's like, totally fine. No worries at all. And I'm like, Charlie, you won! Did it! I knew you could, my boy. Now come inside my chocolate factory. It's all for you. I'm in my 20s. I shouldn't be making any permanent decisions, okay? Being in your 20s is like having a virus. You can't do anything. You just have to wait until you're better. And the whole time you're waiting, everybody's like, these are the best years of your life. These are the best years of your whole life. And I'm like, I just used a fast food napkin as toilet paper. This gets worse. Everything feels like that in your 20s. Temporary, pointless. Dating in your 20s is like watching Titanic, where you're just like, this isn't gonna work out, but let's just enjoy this first part where we're hooking up in cars and pretending he's not poor. Put a jacket. I'd like to have kids too. What's your least favorite thing about her? Let's fucking lean in, guys. Yeah, you know what? If we're not gonna have a good show, we're gonna have a story. That's what we're gonna have. I'm kidding, but for real, what's your least favorite thing? About her, it's your anniversary? Oh, perfect. What is it? Don't help him. Ooh, she'll wait to ask you to do stuff as you're going to bed. And not like fun stuff, right? Not like, hey, fuck me real quick before you fall asleep. Yeah. It's like, can you feed the cat? That's pretty good. That's good, because that's one that we can all get behind. It wasn't like a fucked up douchey one where he's like, her second toe's longer than the other ones. It was like an actual thing that we're like, she should work on that. All right, your turn. What's your least favorite thing about him? He's too handsome. Oh, no, don't. Too lazy when you need to clean? Well, you're asking him at bedtime. So
He's not lazy, he's sleepy.
The anxiety thing, I think, is the reason I have only dated straight men. I really do, because as a woman, you get really scared by yourself, and so I felt safer with like a guy. And then I look back at the roster, and I realized nobody I've ever dated can fight. Not one. They can argue with customer service representatives, but nobody can physically do it. Like, they can dispute a charge, they can't defend my honor. Like, that's where we were at. And I was like, why do I feel safe with these guys? But they've all been tall, so I think I just figured, like, maybe someone will assume they can do something. I've been dating the protective equivalent of scarecrows for 10 years. From far away, you're like, that might be a problem. Then you get up close and you're like, this pussy's full of hay! And my boyfriend wasn't looking for a relationship either when we met. Straight dudes usually aren't, you know? Women are surprised when they find a guy who can make them come, and straight dudes are surprised when they find a girl who can make them feel genuine feelings in their heart. Like, women are like, he got me off 3 times, and guys are like, I mean, I just fucking like her, dude. Like, we talked all day. I didn't want to hit her. It was nuts. She's just like my friend. I don't know. I want to like lick her heart, I think. Straight dudes are so proud of themselves for falling in love. It's really cute. They're like, I love you. Hell yeah, buddy. I knew you could get there. Women fall in love. We're like, I love you. Fucking again, you dumb bitch. You were supposed to love you first. You keep skipping that part. It is eat, pray, then love. Oh, God, it's okay. We'll try again in a year and a half. She goes, well, you might be a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I was like, oh. And she's like, no, it's a bad thing. Is there a phone ringing? Are you serious? Can you guys hear the phone ringing? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure, like, am I going crazy? Like, wouldn't it be fucking awesome if I was filming this, like, mental health conscious special and then I just lost my shit in the middle of it? Where I'm just like, and I have all my medication and it totally worked out. Did you hear the ringing? Was that my dad? Like, just lost it. Oh no, don't move that continuity. Is the ringing off? Okay, cool. I'm gonna start over. Not like from the joke, not the whole thing. Can you imagine? I have to come out as bipolar again. I'm not that brave. I went to their wedding. I'm so glad I did. I learned a lot. If you're single, go to as many weddings as possible so you can walk around just like, okay, not this. We watched her walk down the aisle for what felt like 45 minutes to an hour. Oh my God. These 20-something brides are really milking that walk. Just like. I'm a princess. It's like, you're a Bigfoot, speed it up, we have lives. I swear, when I get married, I'm gonna jog a little bit down the aisle like I've been in a crosswalk too long. Just like, yeah, I see the numbers going down. I'm gonna have you out of here in 9 seconds.